Now, funnyman Eddie Murphy's got his own sharp-toothed comedy opening up this week, and it is called Vampire in Brooklyn, co-starring Angela Bassett.
This is the last of the vampires, that all the vampires have been slaughtered.
Her mother had a relationship with this vampire and spawned this child, and this child was Rita.
I come back to get her so we can replenish our race and start all over again.
I'm a cop. So if you try anything funny, I'll shoot you. He sort of has to charm her and get her to come over to his side. But she has this wanting to serve and protect others, as a cop, and wanting to give in to her desires.
I like jumping in the movie theater. You know, I've always been a fan of Wes Craven's. He's like the professor of horror.
You know, it was a story in the script that Eddie and Eddie's brother and stepfather originally developed, so they had a big hand in it.
If you read up on vampire folklore, they can change their shapes and they can do all this different stuff. And that enabled me to be able to do different characters. It was like, oh, they can change their so I can turn into another guy? Call my makeup guy! I did vampires because vampires are the most erotic. Vampires are sexy and sensual.
I haven't felt like this since... God, I've never felt like this.
How would you like to feel like this every night?
Is that a trick question?
It's a seduction, you know, as opposed to just busting in the room like Frankenstein. I would love to have you for dinner. All you have to do is just say the word.
Eddie Murphy plays a lonely vampire seeking a mate in Vampire in Brooklyn, one of 5 new movies we'll be reviewing this week on Siskel and Ebert. Also coming up, Woody Allen's newest comedy. Sigourney Weaver and Holly Hunt are on the trail of a serial killer, and Nicolas Cage is a man in the grip of a fatal compulsion. I'm Roger Ebert of the Chicago Sun-Times.
And I'm Gene Siskel of the Chicago Tribune. Our first film is Vampire in Brooklyn, and after knocking Eddie Murphy's last few pictures, I was hopeful for this one because Murphy was doing what critics have long requested, including the two of us, work with a solid director and co-star with a strong woman. Alas, his latest picture still stinks. Eddie Murphy's film career has bigger problems, I guess, than I thought. In Vampire in Brooklyn, Murphy plays a vampire from the Bermuda Triangle who comes to New York looking for a mate. But first, an early scene establishing him as a vampire as he comes to the aid of a numbers runner played by Kadeem Hardison.
I've been stabbed, and I've been hanged, and I've been burned. Even broken on the rack once, but I've never been shot before. Kind of itches a little.
Who plays Murphy's prospective love partner? It's Angela Bassett, Oscar nominated for her strong portrayal of Tina Turner in What's Love Got to Do with It. However, their romantic scenes together seem tame.
I haven't felt like this since... God, I've never felt like this.
How would you like to feel like this every night?
Is that a trick question?
The movie is also stopped cold every time Murphy pops up disguised in a cameo role, here playing an Italian-American punk. Vampire in Brooklyn has few thrills, which is a surprise because it was directed by Wes Craven, a real horror film master. Maybe he couldn't juggle Murphy's comedy demands and the horror genre. All I know is that Vampire in Brooklyn just sits there on the big screen, totally limp, not frightening, not romantic, not funny.
Gene, I'm in total agreement with you. And the screenplay is based on a story by Murphy and his 2 brothers.
That may be the problem.
I think maybe they should start out with somebody else's screenplay and not think they're geniuses at screenplay writing, because they don't answer question number 1. Who do we care about in this movie, and why in the world should we care about the Eddie Murphy character, who is basically negative and seen in a very confused light? In fact, the whole movie is extremely chaotic when it comes to its point. You know, who do we care about?
Right.
Where is the story?
Yeah.
What is the payoff?
not,
and why does it matter?
We're not sure whether he's sending up. First, you assume, because it's Eddie Murphy as a vampire,
Yeah,
you
think
assume
it's
he's
a
going to
comedy.
say a comedy.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have the heart to go all the way with that.
No.
You know what? Maybe the best solution is he goes and makes another concert film on film, because
I don't know. This
He
movie, at
isn't
one
doing
point
it.
early in the film, one of his co-actors says, "Don't pull that Blackula stuff on me." And it
Right.
reminded me, Blackula is
Was
a
more
better
fun.
movie than this.
Absolutely.
This looks like a movie from the early 70s blaxploitation period, and it looks like a bad one from
You
that
got it.
period.